Welcome to Pullman, Washington. Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars, and the anticipation is running high on the Palouse. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the South Alabama Jaguars, facing off with another team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Jaguars will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense set on first down. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. He'll do it himself. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Man, these read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunk of yards, not a big chunk, but it's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football, well then fine, I'm going to pull the ball right now and to use your aggressiveness against you. But if you want to sit back, then fine, I'm going to give the ball right now and get a little chunk of yards.
Washington State sends out the punt unit. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Makes a move. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First down here for the offense. The corners are walked up tight. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Got it in the middle, it's best. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Harris will throw. Buys a little time. And he just chucks it into the 4th row. Now it's 3rd and goal. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Well, jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. That is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making this.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Power football with the run. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Fast motion from the offense. Here's the handoff. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the deep?
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. First down to start the drive after the break. To the air, it's Dugan. He rifles one deep down the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They want to just keep throwing it. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, I feel for this quarterback. I've been there before. I mean, you're playing at night. It's super cold. It's going to be hard to execute these passes. That one got away from the QB, and he throws a pick.
The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. At the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he added the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the penalties.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Washington State going quickly. Takes the handoff. It's Hall. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards. Make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Looking for a man. It's Dugan. He's got the back in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Washington State will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking to throw on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Best. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Red pass, it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
On the screen. Picks up one. Brings up second down.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Jaguars come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
And here comes the offense on second down. Harris back to pass. Quick strike complete. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
The Jaguars will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He's at the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Wazoo! This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Here comes the offense on second down. Harris will throw. They're setting up the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's looking downfield to throw. Lets it go. It's complete. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, South Alabama.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Unleashes one deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Washington State ready to boot it away to start the third quarter. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Starting this third quarter on the ground. That's a live ball. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
On the ground, it's Hall. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when you decide to run it.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
You always try as a player to say the weather means nothing. Cold is a mentality. it hurts, okay? The ball feels like a rock. It gets super hard. It's really hard for quarterbacks to grip that thing and make accurate throws. And how about that? The defense comes out, makes a big play, creates the turnover.
Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. Harris back to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And he missed it. No good. And here in the 3rd quarter, it is still a tie ball game.
And just not enough leg on that kick. You see it just gets knocked down by the crossbar.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They'll try the run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. They've got the screen set up. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
He's going to fire to the left. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his way.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State. They take the lead with the 6. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25. The kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
The Jaguars want to move quickly. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Harris will throw. Finds the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. And the Jaguars looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Jaguars will snap it on 1st and 10.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Best. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Gets it out fast. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Washington State 14, South Alabama 7.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
And the offense will take any help it can get, and it got a little. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Past the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Cougars. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
First and 10.
South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David can swing the momentum. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The offense starts with a short field. From the gun, running back gets the give. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Looking downfield, it's Dugan. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Cougars moving quickly to the line.
Brings up third down.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Let's see what he can do with it. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Got a man. It's quick. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there. Lining up from the 34 on first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time. And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
Yeah, and you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock. Give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. They're going to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Harris back to pass. Shows him the stiff arm. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. No huddle here for the offense.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Jaguars want to crank the tempo. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Touchdown, South Alabama! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Number 86.
They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. Here we go. Motion from the offense. From the gun. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it, and the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
South Alabama.
This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Scanning the field, it's Dugan. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return.
Take over. 1st and 10.
Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Best. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Harris will throw. Using the quick game. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Got his man quickly. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the part each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.